video I'm going to give you a quick tour of my fridge to show you how I organise it. And before we get started, I just wanted to say I really want you to take away the key kind of principles and the ideas behind how I organise my fridge. You know, obviously how you organise your fridge it's a really personal thing, but what I'm going to show you today is kind of the principles and the kind of thinking behind how I organise my fridge. So the first principle is to always keep any items that need eating up, so the things that are most close to their use by a date, in prominent view so that you don't forget about them, because the last thing you want is for them to go bad and for you to just forget. So I find if you keep them where you can see them, so for example these avocados I've got here, they really need eating up, so I've got them up there. I've got a bag of grapes here that's getting close to its last legs, and raspberries. I tend to keep my berries up here because if I have them hidden they get lost and then they're really expensive, so I don't want them to go without getting used. So that's my first rule of thumb. My next principle is I just try and keep like things together just because that's just how my brain works. So for example, I make my own yogurt, so all these jars here on the right are just my homemade yogurt, so that's all there together. And then I've got these containers here tend to have like ingredients that I've prepped or leftovers. So this is some cauliflower rice, veggies that have been here, some roast sweet potato under there, some charred capsicum, I've got some leftover mushroom ragu, some hummus. So you get the idea. So the kind of ingredients that have been prepped go here. Then this is more a continuation, some roast carrots and roast chicken. And then I tend to keep my raw meat in this section here. So I buy my meat crab backed because it lasts a lot longer and you don't have to worry about. So my third principle is that I like to have like a regular place where I keep things. So when I'm looking for a certain item, like I kind of know where to look first. So I keep my cheese in a Ziploc bag up here. So if I'm looking for cheese, it's going to be there. Butter's in the fridge door here. Mustard's in these small jars. Mayo. Just kind of saves you hunting around the fridge if you know that it's going to be in the same place all the time. So I keep the yogurt that I buy for Fergal goes there. Yogurt I mentioned before. I keep the bread that I get for Fergal, I keep it out in a Ziploc bag and it always goes on top here. I've got my fermented veggies, they go there. I've got my raw meat, and then all my fruit and veg go down below. So then the fourth principle I have is to really have a look in your fridge every day, because it's so easy to forget what's in there, and things can go bad. That's how things go bad, is when they get forgotten about. So I try and pull the drawers out and have a look at all the containers at least once a day, but it's usually more like at least every second day. And that makes a big difference, particularly if it's when I'm planning what I'm going to cook for dinner that night. It really can give you a lot of inspiration as well. And then my final tip for you with keeping things in the fridge is just to keep things covered. So the air in the fridge is really dry, and the main cause of food spoilage in the fridge, the first thing that's going to happen is food's going to dry out. So for fresh produce in particular, that's a big concern. So I always keep things even though they're in the crisper drawer, keep like this broccolini, I keep them in individual bags. It doesn't look great, but I've experimented and it makes a huge difference to how long things last. So I just keep them in separate bags, or if I bought something that's in a bag, keep that in that. And you can see this celery, I haven't followed my own advice here, Jules, and it's starting to look really wilted, and it's only been in there for a few days. So that's how I keep my fridge organised. So our key principles, keep the things that most need using up in prominent view so that you can see them really easily. Then I just keep like things together because that's just how my brain works. And then I have a regular place for different ingredients, so you've kind of got a mental go-to when you're looking for something in particular. And really having a look once a day makes a huge difference as well.